Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game when I hit it and chain ya. is up, guys? Dashing here and live we are for episode 82 of Octane. My voice, I can already feel struggling. Suffice to say, probably not going to be doing too much of my yelling this episode of Octane after, well, the roller coaster ride that was the Higher Authority Invitational last night on Shockwave. But I've got a job to do, and if I have to resort to whispering sweet nothings in your ear, then so be it. But the show must go on, and what a show we have indeed, my friends. As you can see, shocking as it may seem, Hunter Quinn is here and ready for action after just a couple of nights ago. He was dropped face first on a barbed wire wrapped plank board by the Ted, who of course becoming our new rite of passage champion. And now Hunter Quinn forced to wear that protective mask underneath his face, severely cut, scarred after what the Ted did to him. But the Hellhound, proven to be, as he has in the past, one tough son of a bitch to keep down. Blessed for the sub, Diamond, you little beauty you. And he's definitely not going to miss out on this opportunity, guys. This, a King of the Hill qualifying match. We know at Absolution, and in just a few weeks, we will have a King of the Hill match as usual. Also, for the first time ever, a Queen of the Hill match. And of course, the winners of those matchups head to Ascendance 12 to fight for World Championship Gold. For the men, there will be 4 Battle Royal qualifiers. For the women, there will be 6. 2 of those here tonight. As Hunter Quinn, the first to enter. And Joe Blade not going to be in very much better condition than Hunter Quinn. Blade, his first time back in action since he was thrown in the back of that ambulance at Fortune. Both doors shut. Huge win it was for Aaron Stone. And speaking of, the Milkman with a delivery to make here tonight, as he takes on Andrew Briggs in the main event, preparing to face Morgan at Absolution for the CMV Global Championship. Joe Blade, meanwhile, trying to bounce back, get himself one step closer to a potential World Championship opportunity at Ascendance 12. Whoa, the gifted sub, Diamond, tossing out the euros, the pence here tonight. Bless. And this, of course, a battle royal. Going to be 6 men over the top rope rules. Means no pins, no submissions. The only one to eliminate someone is to get them up and over the top rope. Both feet got to hit the floor. And here is the wild card of this qualifier. Salvage. Every time this guy comes out here, I just get like an odd feeling in the pit of my stomach. I really can't properly explain it. Just looking at this guy makes me feel uneasy, but beyond that, as he's been having his issues with both Mike Miles and Toyota Camry as of late. Speaking of Toyota Camry, guys, what a huge matchup added to the Absolution card, as we saw the Ted post the death match, beating Hunter Quinn for the Rite of Passage Championship. Ted offering a championship opportunity to Tracy James, but James denied it, turned Ted down, but Toyota Camry decided he would be up to accept the challenge, and so it is set in stone at Absolution. Toyota Camry still evidently having trouble fully trusting the Ted. Going to be challenging him for the Rite of Passage Championship. Still, even after all that the Ted endured on behalf of Amity in the death match, last episode of Octane, Camry just can't find a way to fully give him his trust, despite the fact that the rest of Amity seem to be fully on board at this point. Salvage, a big boy as well. Going to be tough to try and get him up and over the top rope. Exactly the kind of match type that'll certainly benefit him. And the former Anarchy champion, who has not had the best of runs here in the new season so far. Obviously, losing his Anarchy championship to Leon Valente last month. And, well, desperate is Knights to get a victory, and a big victory this would be to get out of this rut that he's been in. He's gonna go oh my God, Jamal Sadana. Forgot his name for a moment. Savior in disguise. Big Sadana fan. Yeah, a lot of people like to take a look at Knights and not take them very seriously. Just ask Bison. Ask the likes of Chris Diamond why that's a mistake, okay? Looks can be deceiving. That is certainly the case when it comes to Knights. And Toyota Camry, the man who at Absolution will challenge the Ted for the Rite of Passage Championship, could potentially be pulling an Anthony Martin. Double duty at Absolution, should he be victorious here. Although with Salvage in this matchup, gotta wonder if Toyota will be fully focused on top of everything else that's going on. And on top of that, the fact that he is still not at 100% rocking that next race till the day he dies. All of Amity will have their opportunity to partake in the King of the Hill match, with B-Man and Tracy James also set to be a part of some qualifiers in the coming weeks. Well, speaking of them, later on tonight, they'll be up against Amare Rivers and Joseph Santos. Very much looking forward to that tag team matchup. Yeah, I stare at Morgan every single night, man. Even when he isn't in action. Even when he's at home. Where's my World Championship match? Just joking, of course. You can pay me to get into the ring against Morgan. No, thank you. And last, but most certainly not least, for this first of four King of the Hill qualifying matchup, young Ben Stacy, who has been faltering a bit in recent weeks after a hot start coming into this new season. Wins against Chris Diamond, against Ricky Gelady, but, well, that loss at Fortune. And then last episode of Octane, defeated by Alaric. The Doctor really hoping to not start building up a losing streak here. Waste all that momentum that he's been able to garner these last couple of months. Our first 6 men to attempt to qualify for the King of the Hill match at Absolution, with the winner going on to Ascendance 12 to challenge for the Global Championship. Ben Stacy, many think it's his destiny. Destiny not so easily reached, though. Whoa, an anonymous gifted sub. I've never seen that before. Thank you, though, whoever that is, for gifting the sub to Hunter. Appreciate it. As here we go, qualifier underway, and again, this a over-the-top rope battle royal. That means no pins, no submissions. You can only get eliminated by being tossed over the top rope, and both your feet have to hit the floor. Last man standing punches their ticket to Absolution. And for Hunter Quinn, losing the Rite of Passage Championship, losing out on the opportunity to fight for the Global Championship anytime, anywhere he wants. Ted now with that opportunity. He would love to secure this spot in the King of the Hill match. I might be wrong. We all know my vintage dashing memory can be a bit hazy most of the time, but I'm pretty sure Hunter Quinn was a part of the King of the Hill match last year at Absolution. I'm fairly certain he was, but he did not win it. Of course, it was won by Paul Devine. Oh, big time double knee backbreaker by the Hellhound again, forced to wear this protective mask after what the Ted did to him in that death match last episode of Octane. Who knows how long he'll have to wear it. I mean, I've always thought Hunter Quinn is a pretty ugly son of a bitch, so don't tell him I said that, though. Salvage going to pick himself up here in the corner. Nobody eliminated yet. As Toyota Camry nearly taken down by his rival. Next episode of the Underground, Salvage is actually set to take on Mike Miles and Toyota Camry in a handicap match. Salvage asked for that matchup. Nice. With a figure 4 applied to Joe Blade here. No submissions, though. Will lead to an elimination. Now to toss your opponent over the top rope. As Knights able to hang on, gets himself back in the ring again. Here tonight, we also got 2 Queen of the Hill qualifiers. First time ever at Absolution, the women will fight for a world championship opportunity at Ascendance 12 as Hunter Quinn looks to take out Ben Stacy here. Knights, meanwhile, trying to eliminate Salvage, the smallest man in the matchup, going after the biggest man in the match. Hunter Quinn having a really tough time trying to eliminate Ben Stacy, fights his way back in. Speaking of Ben Stacy, is lost to Alaric last episode of Octane. Up next here on Octane episode 82, Alaric back in action. We're going to follow up on his phenomenal debut. He'll be taking on Chris Diamond, but will the British Baller be in any proper condition to compete here this evening? Feels so bad, man. I tried calling on the last. Oh, there goes Toyota Camry. Just that easy, eliminated by Joe Blade. So won't be pulling double duty at Absolution. Joe Blade looks to follow it up by taking out. Whoa, Knights with a low blow. Hey, no disqualifications in a battle royal. Knights doing whatever he can to get the advantage here as he tosses Joe Blade out onto the apron. Can Blade hang on? He's got to be hurting right now. Hunter Quinn again trying to eliminate Ben Stacy. Knights is just staring at Joe Blade. Understandable. Joe Blade is a very handsome man. He's a movie star after all. But I'm not too sure about this this strategy. Knights a little too starstruck. He's a big fan of Joe Blade's movie. Hunter Quinn, gotta be the favorite here. The only man of this lot to hold the world championship. And again, has experience in the King of the Hill matchup. Kick to the midsection of Knights. Joe Blade intervenes. End scene. That thunderous sit-out powerbomb as Salvage looks to deliver a glorious DDT to young Ben Stacy. Hunter Quinn propping himself up in the corner, trying to recover. Great strategy, though, in a battle royal. Get yourself out of sight, try and recover while everyone else is fighting. And you'll take it from me. I did last longer than anyone else, after all, in the Royal Rumble matchup some years ago, so I know what I'm talking about, this kind of matchup. Not too sure why these guys didn't come to me for a few pointers. I would have been happy to help. Knights with a bum shot to Ben Stacy. Now, why can't he do that to me? There's Joe Blade trying to hype himself up in the corner here. Reverse STO takes down Salvage, busts him open, as a matter of fact. And crawl into the corner. Still only one elimination so far. That was Toyota Camry. Knights, though! Wow, Knights has just taken out Hunter Quinn. Quinn cannot believe it. He's beside himself. That is a huge elimination. As we are down to 4, it has just been a rough couple of weeks for Hunter Quinn. As Salvage tries to take out Joe Blade. The two big boys here duking it out. Ben Stacy Kick to the midsection. Knight's going to set him up for that ripcord reverse STO. Knight's great instinct crawls right into the corner. Getting himself out of dangerous water. Stacy going after salvage now. But Joe Blade going to say, how do you do? Toyota Camry and Hunter Quinn eliminated. Two of these four going to be the first to punch their ticket to absolution to compete in the King of the Hill match. Big drop kick from Knights. Could this finally be a turning point for him after the rough road he's been on these last couple of months? Kick to the gut by Salvage. Irish whip countered though. Joe Blade back into the fight. Kicked Salvage in the stomach, but it seems like it did not have an effect. The big old belly of Salvage coming in clutch there, tries again, and C to the big boy. That is some serious power put on display by Joe Blade. Knights thrown into the corner. Ben Stacy almost caught with a wicked looking spear. Dodged that by the skin of his teeth. And now trying for a detonation kick. Joe Blade able to escape though. Knights from behind with a reverse mat slam. Meanwhile, a flapjack for Salvage. As we see Knights showing off the goods. A lot of booty-based offense by Knights. I'm a fan. We'll also here this evening, my friends, the Cyborg Invitational continues. Another second round matchup as Amber Young and Joy Justice gonna meet one-on-one. Got a lot to look forward to here tonight. This our opening matchup, King of the Hill qualifier. There's that spear Joe Blade was looking for. Hits it this time on young Ben Stacy. Stacy though, staying in the fight with some elbows to the midsection. Now Stacy might look to eliminate Joe Blade here as Salvage tries to take out Knights. Ben Stacy's got Blade dangling. He's got him over the top rope, but Blade with that gorilla grip hanging on, refusing to be so easily done in. Salvage waking up, goes right after Knights. Up against the ropes, hang on! Salvage! Hucking Knights out of the ring! Like it ain't no game but a chicken wing! Knights is out of here! We are down to 3. Salvage, Joe Blade, and Ben Stacy. Who's going to be the first to head to absolution? Salvage trying to take out Ben Stacy now. Stacy got the big guy by the leg. Joe Blade just going to watch, not going to try to help here. Content to just hang back. Salvage fights free with an elbow to the side of the head. Looking a bit upset that Joe Blade is taking his prey from him here. Oh, Blade! Joe Blade as Salvage spits out some bloody mist. Ben Stacy's gone. Salvage, Joe Blade as Salvage with a beautiful butterfly suplex. Is Salvage going to absolution? I think so. Salvage! Oh my God! Salvage! Hawks out Joe Blade! Salvage is going to absolution! The first man to qualify for the King of the Hill. Salvage with an impressive performance here tonight. Like I said, this guy just gives me the creeps.
Guys, can we change the set a little bit quickly? Thanks. Yeah, we'll start again. Well. CMV. I told you I would arrive, and I arrived. And before I get to anything, a message to my opponent, Ben Stacy. Good job. I mean that earnestly. You nearly took me to my limit, and even though you did a bit more high flying than I personally like, you did a good job. Well done. Now that the congratulations are out of the way, let's talk about that main event, shall we? Two men put their bodies on the line through years of their life away in pursuit of what exactly? Proving a point? Not really. Attempting to create art? Well, as we all know, deathmatch wrestling isn't even wrestling, let alone art. So what were they trying to do? Well, I posit to you, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite simple. Hardcore wrestlers are trying to destroy wrestling. I will stop them. Join Purify and change the world.
Well, my friends, coming up next, there he is, the golden handed out. Chris Diamond is supposed to be set for action here tonight, taking on Alaric, but it appears that Diamond simply still not in the right mental space just yet to get back into the ring after what happened at Fortune, and so it appears as if he's going to be substituting himself with Andre Rogers, the golden boy of Aurelius, taking the spot of the British Baller here, one-on-one with Alaric, who we just heard from a rather scathing review of the death match last episode of Octane. Not impressed, not at all, was Alaric, but I was impressed with his debut and victory against young Ben Stacy, as he was hoping to follow it up by potentially beating a former world champion here tonight. But again, Chris Diamond, I've been trying to call him nonstop these last couple of days, text him, no response. I was talking to Andre Rogers earlier, and Diamond has just been distraught. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. His failure at Fortune has broken him to his very core, letting down Aurelius, letting down his friends, his family, his countrymen. When Morgan defeated him in London, England, he's just not been the same, and you can't help but to feel for the guy. Can't even muster the will to compete here tonight. But luckily, Andre Rogers, what a good guy, willing to fill in for his mentor here. But you can definitely feel a lot of tension with it, Aurelius, and even more so after what happened last episode of Octane, when Leon Valente pretty blatantly cost he and Andre Rogers that Octane Tag Team Championship match. Defeated by Desolation, Valente had a clear-cut opportunity to save the match, but he didn't, and I notice he's not out here with Diamond and Rogers. If I were him, I'd be steering clear of the rest of Aurelius as well. Nice Hurricane Rana by Rogers right in front of Chris Diamond, at least out here to support his protege. Even with the current mental state he's in, that's what I love about Chris Diamond. Still, he's out here to show support for his boy. Big forearm by Andre Rogers, looking to sully the tear that Alaric has bet on since arriving here in CMV, preaching his gospel, wanting to purify wrestling. Big old clothesline, gonna knock Rogers down to the outside. Alaric Laser focus here. Rogers gets back into the ring, and Alaric immediately catching him. Double underhook pile driver. Into the pin. 1, 2. But not so easily is Alaric able to dispatch the Golden Boy. Andre Rogers survives. Not wanting to further dampen the spirits of Chris Diamond. Watching here at ringside. Alaric to the top though. Frog splash. 1, 2. Another close call, but still not enough to secure the victory. Alaric trying to stay in control. Rogers though with a quick kick to the side of the head. Alaric preparing these last couple of days for Chris Diamond. But he has properly adapted. Oh, and runs right into that trick shot. Knee directly between the eyes, but doesn't stop there. The first 48 double knees delivered to the face of Alaric. Down he goes, but not a 3 count. 2.999. Rogers, man, keeping up the attack. Another disgusting knee to the face. Follows it up. Great combination. Ending with that knee to the side of the head from the top. Perfect positioning as he drops that leg. Man, Beatrice Lotus, take notes. 1, 2. But a kick out by Alaric. Rogers continuing to take to the air. Alaric not going to be happy about that, but the last thing on his mind right now, probably the pain he's in at the forefront of what he's thinking right about now. Fights back, elbows to the midsection. Tries to get Rogers back into the ring, countered by the Golden Boy. Well, Alaric tastes his first defeat here in CMV. Yeah, Alaric would think that someone like Andre Rogers, the very antithesis of what he believes in, high-flying, flashy. Alaric, he wants to restore pure wrestling. Rogers, that kick to the side of the head, making a little bit of a house call. Oh my God, wait a minute. Rogers with the dirty pin, but it's still not enough. Alaric, even with the added leverage, able to kick out. That is impressive resiliency shown by Alaric. It's not going to do him much good if he can't make a comeback here. Rogers is all over him. Russian leg sweep floats over. Delivering some punches to the face. Diamond's got to be impressed with the performance of his protege so far. But the match ain't over, and Alaric ain't dead yet. Counter, kick to the midsection. Kick to the chest. Andre Rogers. Like I said, he's got to be feeling like he must win this matchup. Doesn't want to let down the Golden General. Big knee to the back of the head. Going to knock both men down to the outside. Rogers is feeling it right now, and why wouldn't he? He is dominating. Might not last very much longer. One of those stiff knees to the chest. And now a Lopez press. Right hands from Alaric. Count of 4 as Alaric looks to drag Rogers. Throws him into the ring. Got him right where he wants him. Alaric gonna educate Andre Rogers on exactly what pure wrestling is. Rogers no choice but to tap. Another win for Alaric. And Diamond, I just want to get up and hug him right now. His head hung low. He's not even sticking around. Diamond's leaving. He's not even sticking around to check on Andre Rogers. Aurelius in shambles. Well, we kick things off, my friends, here on Octane, episode 82, with a King of the Hill qualifier won by Salvage. Now it is time for our first Queen of the Hill qualifying matchup. As yes, indeed, if you missed it, last episode of Octane, it was announced at Absolution for the first time ever, there will be a Queen of the Hill match that will award its winner a shot at the Women's World Championship at Ascendance 12. And so there will be 6 qualifying matchups, 6 women to do battle at Absolution for that opportunity of a lifetime. And this also a battle royal, a fatal 4-way battle royal, as will be the rest of the qualifiers. And out first, a former Women's World Champion in her own right, currently one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions here in CMV, Gianna, looking to get back to the top of the mountain. And this is going to be a very interesting qualifying matchup because, well, Hikiko going to be sharing the same ring with Gianna since at the end of last season, Hikiko decided to part ways with the main character, relinquished her half of the women's tag team titles, and of course now held by Dawn Rose Holt. Hikiko's got a fair share of enemies in this matchup, because here comes Celestia, who this past episode of Shockwave was supposed to go one-on-one with Hikiko, but feigned a arm injury, and I say feigned because here she is just a few days later looking pretty okay to me. No arm injury, it appears, here tonight. I don't know, maybe she's superhuman and recovered just that quickly. Obviously Hikiko was not happy about it. Ended up getting bested by Celestia's replacement, Sequence. Seems to be playing some mind games with Hikiko. A lot of social media beef between the two, but it's time to put the phones down. Cease the Twitter fingers. Because what an opportunity is on the line here. And Hikiko, who has yet to hold that Women's World Championship she's been in pursuit of, well, since she returned last season. That minor injury sidelining her the end of last season for the first couple of months. But now she is back. There are no disqualifications in this qualifier. If I were Celestia, I'd maybe run for the hills. Hikiko is in a bad mood. Could this finally be Hikiko's time? What it would mean for her to headline Ascendance 12 to fight for the Women's World Championship. And last but most certainly not least for this qualifier, the current Rising Star Champion, the Rebel Queen. It would be pretty apropos for her to compete in the Queen of the Hill match. Quinn Bell, in a matter of just a few months since returning to CMV, capturing the Women's Tag Team Championship, capturing the Rising Star Championship, and man, what a defense at Fortune against Precious Pratt. Her next challenger, not what's on her mind here tonight, though. Punching her ticket to Absolution is on her mind. So here we go, Gianna, Celestia, Hikiko, Quinn Bell, who will be the first to qualify for the Queen of the Hill match. And again, this a battle royal. No pins, no submissions. You eliminate someone by tossing them over the top rope. Both feet got to hit the floor. Our first of 2 qualifiers here tonight for the Queen of the Hill. Let's get it on. Immediately we see Hikiko and Gianna hook back up. It was an uneasy alliance at best last season that brought the two of them together, able to capture the women's tag team titles, but after Hikiko's injury, decided to relinquish her half of the championship. And obviously Gianna replacing her with Dawn Rose Holtz. You know, Gianna craves to be back at the top of the mountain, though. All eyes on her once again. She takes on another former women's champion. Celestia might have Akiko eliminated already, but Akiko able to get back in with a forearm. This is what we were meant to see a few nights ago on Shockwave. Akiko looking very much forward to her in-ring return against her newfound foe, Celestia, but had the rug pulled out from under her. Quinn Bell, beautiful moonsault down to the corner. Oh, apparently not just one. Now from Brett's rope. Holy shit. But she's still not done. Now from the top rope. Holy. The trifecta. That is why I am a certified Quinn Bell fan, baby. Celestia grabbing Akiko by the back of the head with some elbows to the gut. Backing her up as Gianna gonna try to take out Quinn Bell, but ducks her. Does the Rebel Queen, and Gianna eliminates herself essentially. The main character sent packing, got a bit overzealous, and Quinn Bell most certainly made her pay. Celestia, Akiko, and Quinn Bell. Who's it going to be heading to Absolution? Beautiful Meteora by Celestia. Quinn Bell going to follow up. Going at the arm of Akiko. Just don't go after the arm of Celestia, all right? We don't know what kind of condition it's in. Look, I'd like to give her the benefit of the doubt, but again, like I said, unless she's superhuman and is able to recover from what was apparently such a severe injury in a matter of days, yeah, I think maybe she was being a little bit cheeky. Akiko trying to take Quinn Bell for a walk, but the Rising Star Champion shuts that down. Celestia caught with a forearm. Whatever she was setting up for down the drain. Back and forth. Quinn Bell trying to come up behind Celestia, eyes the back of her head. Off the ropes goes the Rising Star Champion. Leaping clothesline. Feeling good about herself. It was impressive, all right? You got to give credit where it's due. Everything about Quinn Bell is impressive. She's truly got one of the most stunning movesets in all of CMV right now. The things this gal can do. Celestia throwing some ham hocks at the Rising Star Champion. My goodness. Great combo again. Meteora by Celestia. The Moonchild, though, a little too much time playing in Akiko's honor. Like a monkey on a cupcake. Trying to rip off that arm. Gianna eliminated. The only one so far. Poison Frankensteiner. Spiking Celestia, but then Quinn Bell immediately dropped with a German suplex. Akiko in the clinch. Barrage of knees dropping Celestia. Now Akiko out of the corner. Calling for the Kinshasa. That knee like a speeding bullet shattering the jaw of the Moonchild. Quinn Bell feeling a bit left out. Akiko gonna try and toss her to the outside. Count it though, puts her in the corner. Lighting her up at the 4th of July. Celestia back to her feet. Got that jaw of steel that would appear. Inverted Frankensteiner of her own. Showing Quinn Bell just how it's done, baby. Akiko looking to capitalize on the hurt. Quinn Bell tosses her to the outside and knocks her out. Quinn Bell's gone. We are down to Celestia and Akiko. Who is going to head to Absolution? Who is heading to the Queen of the Hill match? Celestia, the Black Widow, that modified octopus stretch, but there's no submissions. You can't eliminate someone by submission. You got to toss him over the top rope. Wearing Akiko down, but able to escape. Gorgeous wheel kick by Akiko. tries for a kick to the side of the head. Nice counter by the Moonchild, and she works quickly, dragging Hikiko over to the ropes. Celestia! Can she get Hikiko up and over? Yes, she can! Celestia eliminates Hikiko! The Moonchild is going to Absolution! Celestia, the first to qualify for the Queen of the Hill match. And Hikiko's got to be beside herself right now. Celestia proved to be the bane of her existence. Octane number 82 continues, my friends, and up next, the continuation of the Cyborg Invitational. Another second round matchup as Amber Young gets ready to take on Joy Justice. Still to come, another Queen of the Hill qualifier a little bit later on, as well as our main event as Aaron Stone will meet Andrew Briggs one-on-one. Of course, it now confirmed at Absolution, Aaron Stone will challenge Morgan for the CMV Global Championship. Might the Ogre make an appearance in our main event? But yes, indeed, as Joy Justice makes her way to the ring, Riley Van Wilson looking to be a ringside spectator for this matchup, it would appear. She's been having her issues with Amber Young and Amira Aiden in the Absolute over the last few weeks. Of course, eventually we will see Riley Van Wilson face both Amber Young and Joy Justice in the Cyborg Invitational. The Polish Warrior, honestly, very smart to come out here and watch this matchup with a front row seat. RBW, who currently sits at 1-1 in the Cyborg Invitational. Meanwhile, both Amber Young and Joy Justice at 0-1, so at least one of them here gonna take a step in the right direction, unless I guess it could end by a double countout. That would be rather unfortunate for both women. Definitely gonna be a clash of styles here. The MMA background of Amber Young up against the pure power of the matriarch Joy Justice, and the tweet guys from Amelia Jones. She says, I'm gonna have to face both of these girls soon. Oh boy. Yeah, not looking forward to that, although Amelia Jones gonna be taking on Mimic next episode of Shockwave in the final second round matchup in the Cyborg Invitational. I'd worry about that first. After what we saw Mimic do to Amber Young in the first round. So here we go, an opportunity for both these women to better their positioning in the Cyborg Invitational. Amber Young comes out ready to get down to business with that knee, but Joy Justice back to her feet quickly. A headbutt by the matriarch. Tries for an elbow, but Amber Young able to get out of the way. Delivers that kick to the chest. And a Death Valley driver. Riley Van Wilson again watching at ringside As I said before, she's had her issues with Amber Young these last few weeks. But also, it's just not a bad idea to scout the competition. Again, she'll be facing both these women at some point in the Invitational. Joy Justice with some nasty offenses now, dragging Young into the corner. Tries for a head kick. Ducks it. This Joy now throws her out onto the apron. Big right punch. Amber Young, though, saves herself with a forearm to get back into the ring. Double knees to the face. God damn. Hell of a way to snatch that driver's seat. Put a stop to Amber Young's offense real quick. Snake Eyes puts Young down in the corner as Joy Justice goes to say, how did you do to Riley Van Wilson? Mistake to take her eyes off the prize, though, as Young now recovers, pulling Joy Justice into that knee. Back suplex. The KO bombshell suicide dive, but looks like she may have overshot a tad. And lands face first on the floor. Luckily, she's still conscious. Also still coming up here, guys, is Amber Young. My God. Fisherman's driver on the floor. Of course, it doesn't even seem to have an effect on Joy Justice. What do these Justice family members eat in the bloody forest, man? Besides, of course, the bloody hot dogs. Trademarked. Back into the ring before we get a count out. Joy Justice waiting. Irish whip, though, gets countered. Tries for another knee. Clothesline at close range. Followed up by some rapid kicks to the face. Now an Irish whip and a good counter. But oh. Well, it looks like RVW is not just here to watch tonight. Grabbed the ankle of Amber Young there and allowed Joy Justice to take control. You can't feel too bad for Amber Young. She's been working hard to get on the bad side of RVW lately. And the Polish Warriors not one to be trifled with. But Amber Young able to find her footing. Guillotine choke applied. Joy Justice is caught. Will she be put to sleep? The matriarch using her power to escape. Trying to recover as quickly as she can. Tosses Amber Young off the ropes. Big back body drop into the pin. Rope break, though. Good call by the referee. Would have been a better call if he ejected Riley Van Wilson after that blatant interference, but I'm not the one in the striped shirt. Oh, the Psycho knee! Coming out of nowhere! But Joy Justice still somehow able to kick out. Young from the corner, calling her shot. Forearm to the back of the head. Joy going limp like a wet spaghetti noodle. I think that's night-night. Wow. Talk about clutching up. What a save, man. 2.999. Joy grabbing that bottom rope. Amber frustrated, but stays on the attack, goes to the top, decides against that. She's not a very frequent flyer, so probably the best idea. She again delivers a forearm to the back of Joy's head. Justice going to use her veteran instinct, rolls to the outside, going to try for another suicide dive, and again it does not go her way. Justice trying to get Amber Young back in the ring, having a spot of trouble though. Spider Spike takes down Amber Young at ringside, but now Joy Justice has to get Young back into the ring. Count of 7. Just before 8. Narrowly avoiding the count out. Trying to get her into the corner here. Face first off the top turnbuckle. The KO bombshell. Didn't see them boots coming. And now Vintage Joy, the go-home driver. But Young able to counter. DDT, however, taking her down. Justice again bashing the back of her head off the canvas. Kick. Followed up by a roundhouse, and now Amber Young, hammer fists, weakening Joy Justice. Caught is Joy Justice. Another submission. Did she tap? She didn't tap. I thought she tapped. Well, I don't think it matters. Knee to the face. 1, 2. Are you kidding me? Joy Justice, man. My goodness. She is proven to be one tough gal to put down here tonight. Amber Young been hitting her with everything and the kitchen sink. It ain't been enough. Forward buster on the floor. Can the matriarch muster up a comeback here? Or will she drop to the bottom of the rankings? He is just brutalizing Amber Young right now. Already up to a count of 6. Justice gonna toss Young back into the ring. Stop to the ankle again. Amber Young does not wear boots, leaving her feet, her ankles exposed. Makes her kicks more lethal, but also paints a target for Joy Justice. She is going after that ankle. Into the pin now. 1. Only a 1 count. Second round matchup in the Cyborg Invitational. Go home driver attempted again. This time she hits it. 1, 2. But Amber Young digging down deep to survive. What a matchup this has turned out to be. Riley Van Wilson with a front seat. Couple of kicks to the back of the knee. Now an Irish whip. Tries to go low. A bit sluggish. Boot to the face, Troy Colt style. And it's really not been a good night for Amber Young taken to the air, but she is persistent. Up on the top again. Meteora! Double knees to the bush. And some stomps to the chest. My God. Amber Young with an onslaught. Justice eating another knee. And Young just getting more and more frustrated. Can understand. She's tried everything to keep Joy Justice down here, man. Forearms to the back of the head. Another knee. Joy says, get me the fuck out of here. Drops down at the feet of RBW. Amber Young, the 3rd time's the charm. Nope. Eating shit for a 3rd time. And another spider spike by the matriarch. Back to work on the ankle as RBW. A little close for comfort here. Count of 7. Amber Young says to hell with it. Bitter end! On the floor. Count of 9. Guys, that's a 10 count. That's a double count out. This is a draw, which means that neither woman is going to score a point here. What a shame for such a great matchup to end that way. But Amber Young, she tried everything, could not get the job done. She just said, fuck it. But couldn't get back into the ring herself. A draw in the Cyborg Invitational. Action continues, my friends, as up next. Tag team matchup coming our way. Been looking forward to this one all night long. As in the ring already. Bell rings and Joseph Santos hitting things off against Tracy James. We finally saw, I don't know if you guys caught that, a little bit of camaraderie between Amar Ray Rivers and Joseph Santos, sharing a high five before the bell rang. That's what's been missing. It seems like these two at last, it's taken them some time, but they are starting to get on the same page. I guess bonding over mutual destruction at Fortune. Able to find common ground, getting their asses kicked by Desolation. Fair enough. But if that's what it takes for these two to at last come to trust one another, then I'll take it. Santos tag made to Amar Ray Rivers. They certainly needed a week off after the Anarchy Rules match at Fortune. When it comes to Desolation, last episode of Octane, we saw them knock off Avelius to become #1 contenders for the Octane Tag Team Championship. Desolation in action a little bit later on, as the Unholy Alliance waiting down the road. Tag Santos back in. Meanwhile, B-Man and Tracy James representing Amity here tonight. Obviously, Toyota Camry couldn't get the job done earlier in that King of the Hill qualifier, but as I said, both B-Man and Tracy James will be in their own qualifiers, so Amity not completely out of the picture just yet when it comes to the King of the Hill match at Absolution. Well, Tracy gonna say what up to Amar Ray Rivers with a couple of punches. Rivers saying enough of that then, but Tracy adamant. Wants to give Amar Ray Rivers his third punch. Oh, a drop kick. Mix it up a bit. Amar Ray Rivers wasn't ready for it. Tracy James, of course, who turned down the opportunity to face Ted at Absolution for the Rite of Passage Championship, saying that they're finally starting to come to trust one another again. Doesn't want to fight the Ted, even if it's on friendly terms. However, as we covered earlier, Toyota Camry still not on the same level as Tracy James or the rest of Amity. Still does not fully trust the Ted, and so he accepted the challenge. And indeed it will be Toyota Camry Ted at Absolution for the Rite of Passage Championship, as Tracy James is beating the hell out of Joseph Santos right now. I think Santos is bleeding, actually. Tracy looking to maybe handle this matchup all on his own. The Rat, a little bit of a nibble. Yes, Santos is definitely bleeding. Smart move to tag in Amar Ray Rivers. Big old drop kick from Tracy James. Gotta feel like a weight's been lifted off his shoulders. Finally able to put all that beef with the Unholy Alliance behind him. Maybe Amity can fully heal physically and mentally. He's got to be happy for his friend the Ted as well. Things are starting to look up for Amity. Could be even better with this win here tonight. B-Man able to stop Amar Ray Rivers. And going up to the top rope there, standing shooting star press, gets countered by Rivers. Getting them knees up. Catches him with a tour of the islands into the pin. 1 count only. Tracy James a bit worried. Didn't have to be. B-Man's got it covered. Come on now. Where's the trust? Coming up next in our tertiary main event, my friends, our second Queen of the Hill qualifier here tonight. Saw Celestia earlier qualify. Also got Desolation in action, as well as our main event. Aaron Stone at one-on-one with Andrew Briggs. B-Man with a very interesting hold applied to Joseph Santos here. Tag made to Tracy James, and Santos able to escape to the outside. But indeed, a lot of history between Tracy James and Joseph Santos, though Tracy James went by a different name the vast majority of the time they did battle. Tags B-Man back in. Looking to unsheathe that stinger. Didn't see Santos coming at him with that elbow. Bit overexcited, but it cost him. B-Man, Irish whip, drop down. The leapfrog. Boot to the chest, gonna back Santos up against the ropes. Right where B-Man wants him. Chucks him to the outside. Lining up his shot. B-Man flies. Cannonball senton. And some appreciation by these fans here in attendance. Awesome it was indeed. This weekend, my friends, it is our final special event before we officially kick off the road to Ascendance 12. Unmatched, and a show that you cannot miss. Anthony Martin pulling double duty as he brings the fight to the higher authority, as well as Killian Khan one-on-one with the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews. The Allied powers explode. All of that, much more. Maury Rivers tagged in. B-Man busy with Santos. Didn't see him coming. Quick pin, one. Only a one count. Still, man, it doesn't matter how many times I say it. Can't believe we are going to begin the road to Ascendance 12 soon. Just a few months away. You can already sense it, or at least I can, in the air. This is going to be the biggest Ascendance ever. Very soon, the logo will be revealed, as well as the location. We got that to look forward to. As Amari Rivers tries to make the tag. B-Man fights his way free out of the corner, though. Amari. Got B-Man up on his shoulders. Great escape. Into a German suplex. It doesn't want Joseph Santos to feel left out. B-Man, what a nice guy. Back suplex, drops him on the apron. Rivers giving Tracy James a little bit of loving. Mare with the butt buster. Makes a house call. Kick to the side of the head. Shoots the half. Lateral press, but not even a one count. Into the pin again. Rivers for what is definitely a much-needed victory for he and Joseph Santos. Haven't been able to get themselves a win since their count-out victory over Aurelius a few weeks ago. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The standing 450 splash. Vintage Amar Ray Rivers. Isabella almost watching somewhere with a smile on her face, damn near. Getting the job done. 2.999. Santos tagged in now. Amped up. B-Man's hurt. Snap vertical suplex. Tracy James knows it. Can B-Man make the tag? No. Santos stops him with a perfectly timed springboard frog splash to the back. And now, up on the top, Santos. What the hell was he going for? Oh, we ain't going to find out. B-Man with a great counter. Counters the counter. And Santos now, 1999 up in here, man. This has turned into a reversal fest. Discus forearm smash. B-Man quickly into the pit. Whoa. Grabbing the bottom rope. What the hell is this? That was about as clear as day right there. Bit of cheekiness from B-Man. The cheek levels off the chart with this guy. Well, I don't think that was intended, but Joseph Santos gonna roll with it. Tosses B-Man back into the ring. B-Man, can he make the tag? Yes, he can. In comes Tracy. Santos right there, lying in wait though. James gonna spin him around. Backslide driver. Stacks him up. one, but broken up is the pin by Amare Rivers. Spun around. James now. European uppercut to the back of the head. Santos able to fight his way out of the corner. Back up to his feet. Trips him up. And vintage Santos, you want to talk about the cheat levels. Most certainly skyrocketing with Joseph Santos. Decides it's a bright idea to tag in Amare Rivers. And apparently it was. Rivers. No beat around the bush. Standing 450. Flattens James, but B-Man. A little bit of a delayed save. But a save nonetheless. Tags Santos in as James still reeling after the standing 450. Santos just going to slide into side control. Beautiful springboard leg drop by El Rato. And I am loving this teamwork by Amare Rivers and Joseph Santos in this matchup. Frequent tags. Keeping each other fresh late into this matchup. Oh, Tracy. B-Man got to move his big-ass B head here. Can't see what the hell's going on. Tag made. Whoa, the SVR cameo. You love to see it. My sweet baby boy. It's been too long. B splash there in the corner to secure the win, but ain't enough. Very closely contested matchup here. Tags Tracy James back in. There was an attempt. No one can take that away from Tracy James. The attempt, unfortunately, not a very good one. As Amare Rivers able to back body drop him. Goes after B-Man. Tracy James gonna decide to take a shot at Joseph Santos. Anarchy breaking out in this matchup. Amare Rivers and Tracy James, the legal men. James back into the ring. Rivers gonna attempt to greet him with a gentleman's clutch. James able to fight free. Irish whip off the ropes. What a clothesline from Amare Rivers. Sheesh. That's something to write home to your mama about. Good Lord. James just got, whoa! Amare! What a leap! European uppercut. James is in a world of trouble here in the corner. Slingshot leg drop to the back of the head. Tag Santos in as James decides maybe it's a good idea for him to make a tag as well. B-Man going for the stinger. Santos tries for the sit-out crucifix powerbomb. Neither man with much luck. As B-Man takes to the air again. As truly only he can. What height. Santos into the ring, gonna talk a little bit of shit to Tracy James. B-Man back in, met with a kick to the gut. Gonna go for a little bit of a walk. You know what's coming next. Lucha Tings. El Rato tossing B-Man into the corner. And Santos paying homage to Amare Rivers. You love to see it. European uppercut of his own, but B-Man back to his feet. The B with a bit of desperation. Quick pin attempt, but that ain't gonna get him the win. Not against someone like Joseph Santos. B-Man ripping the cord. Reverse STO, but Rivers right there to make the save. B-Man says to hell with this. Tag made to Tracy James as Santos has rolled out onto the apron now. Tracy gonna knock him to the outside. Have a nice trip. See you next fall, buddy boy. Rivers gonna get him some as well. Guillotined on that middle rope by Tracy James. He might be healthy. His opponent's not so much right now, but damn, he just got clocked with that super kick. Santos lying in wait. That just knocked the taste out of Tracy's mouth as now Santos to the top. Body splash. The rat in the hat. Back to the top he goes. Might it be frog splash time? Yes, it is. Into the pin. 1, 2, and just before 3, B-Man with a big-time save. Santos is not happy about it. Knew he had the match won right there. Makes B-Man pay with a drop kick, sending him to the outside. James back into the ring. Santos with a slingshot elbow. Looking to get him into the corner. B-Man's down. Tracy is hurt. This does not end well for him. Tag to Amare. Launches Santos into a drop kick. Almost went right through the chest of Tracy James. Follows it up with a gorgeous swinging neck breaker. Things are all bad for Tracy James right now. Uh-oh! Tuning up the band! Little bit of lovin'. Sweet chin music! But doesn't go for the pin. Tags in Santos. Santos gonna finish things off. Maybe not. Should have gone for the pin when he had the chance. Tracy James, never one to count out. And here's why. Just a nice shot of B-Man's ass. As the tag is made. Can Tracy get in that position? Oh, there we go. The Stinger! Injects Joseph Santos, and that's a victory for Amity. Should have gone for the win when he had the chance. Talk about blowing the lead. Amare Rivers tried to serve up Tracy James on a silver platter for Joseph Santos. I guess it was a nice gesture, but well, it backfired big time. And Amity make the best of it. Great win for them here tonight. Pardon me as I get a real quick sip of my W here. That's definitely what it is, don't question me. Because it is time for our tertiary main event here on Octane number 82, my friends. And our second Queen of the Hill qualifier of the night. A little bit earlier, we of course saw Celestia punch her ticket to Absolution. Who will join her along with 4 others to compete in the first ever Queen of the Hill match at Absolution, with the winner of that going on to ascend as 12 to challenge for the Women's World Championship. And as I talked about last episode of Octane, during that matchup between Chloe Marks and Ellie Quinn. This for Ellie Quinn might just be her last opportunity. After being bested by Beatrice Lotus at Fortune, missing out on the opportunity to challenge Amber Reed for the Women's World Championship and unmatched. Ellie Quinn, this might be her final path to Ascendance 12, to another shot at the Women's World Championship, at least for the next long while. And Ellie Quinn's got to know that in the back of her mind. This is really do or die if Quinn wants to, in fact, walk into Ascendance 12 to once again fight for the Women's World Championship as she has the last 2 years. Of course, Ascendance 11, she defended the Women's World Championship against Xiaorong. The year before that, she was a part of the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's World Championship. It's a little bit of a tradition. Will the tradition end, though? If Ellie Quinn can't win this qualifier, down the drain, her ambitions go. Will she be able to maintain her focus on the goal, though, with Chloe Marks being a part of this matchup? The beef between these two escalating rather quickly over these last couple of weeks after Chloe Marks thought it a good idea to rub salt in the wound after Ellie Quinn's failure to defeat Beatrice Lotus at Fortune. But she paid the price. Last episode of Octane, Ellie Quinn not only beating her, but then afterwards, she and the rest of the Killjoy Club beating the hell out of Chloe Marks. As we saw Taylor Wagner and Stevie Gabriel making it very clear who they're loyal to. That would be Ellie Quinn. Chloe Marks obviously attempting to buy their loyalty. That's not gone her way. And now we know at Unmatched this weekend, Chloe Marks will be taking on Taylor Wagner and Stevie Gabriel in a handicap match. As those she hoped would be her new allies, turning out the exact opposite. The grand plan of Chloe Marks really blowing up in her face. And Marks certainly can't be happy with Danny Elliott being in this matchup. Seems like Marks can't shake Elliott. Obviously, their great Tokyo street fight at the Tag Team Cup in Tokyo, Japan. And that Fatal 4-Way matchup. The last episode of The Underground. And now Danny Elliott looking to snatch this huge opportunity away from the Prodigy. And last, but certainly not least, man, the woman who made a massive splash here in CMV last episode of Octane. Taryn Torres with maybe one of the biggest upsets in CMV history, definitely in recent years, when she defeated Women's World Champion Amber Reed after an incredible matchup between the two. And Amber Reed obviously made the mistake of not taking Taryn Torres seriously, and she paid the price. Will she make that mistake again at Unmatched when she defends the Women's World Championship against Beatrice Lotus? Hopefully she learned her lesson. But for Taryn Torres, man, looking to use that massive bit of momentum she picked up last episode of Octane to win this qualifier here tonight, punch her ticket to absolution. So here we go, Ellie Quinn, Chloe Marks, Danny Elliott, Taryn Torres. Who's going to join Celestia and 4 others in the Queen of the Hill match at Absolution? And again, this is a battle royal over the top rope, the only way to eliminate someone. No pins, no submissions, as Torres immediately pandering to the fans. That's not going to be such a good idea. Chloe Marks showing her just why that is. These two have fought multiple times over the last couple of months. Last time they did, Taryn Torres emerged victorious. Chloe Marks the time before that. So a little bit of a stalemate between the two, which perhaps could be settled here. Danny Elliott in the corner. That's Ellie Quinn, obviously the most experienced of these four here. Again, it's a tradition at this point at Ascendance for her to be competing for the Women's World Championship. Will it be potentially 3 years in a row for the Unfortunate Truth, or will those ambitions be killed off right here tonight? Gorgeous sort of pump handle power bomb by Chloe Marks, but Taryn Torres with a Macho Man-esque spinning power slam. With an Irish whip attempt countered by Danny Elliott. Will Quinn be the first eliminated? Oh, it looks like Elliott maybe spotlight getting to her there and froze. That's good news for Ellie Quinn. Snap there by Elliott. Quinn trying to take out Chloe Marks. Damn. Blocked her with that right hand. Taryn Torres. Quick wrench to the arm. 4 other qualifying matchups to take place over these next couple of weeks leading into Absolution. And the first ever Queen of the Hill match. Who is going to ascend as 12-21 by Ellie Quinn to Danny Elliott. Turns her attention to Chloe Marks. Backbreaker into the bro kick. That big old boot of Quinn right between the eyes of the Prodigy, as now she drags her into the corner. Still to come here tonight. Up next in our co-main event, Desolation in action. As well as our main event, Aaron Stone one-on-one with Andrew Briggs still to come. Ellie Quinn having a real tough time trying to eliminate Chloe Marks here. Danny Elliott looking to take out Taryn Torres. Again, Celestia qualifying earlier tonight. Who is going to join her? Danny Elliott skinning the cat, man. Saving herself big time as Torres with a clothesline to Chloe Marks. Ellie Quinn showing herself to be a very much hands-on teacher to her pupils. Taylor Wagner and Stevie Gabriel, after last episode of Octane again, beating them with that kendo stick. And I shiver to think what might happen if they fail to defeat Chloe Marks at Unmatched. Hopefully they don't let the Unfortunate Truth down yet again. Quinn coming up behind Danny Elliott. Able to counter the Irish whip though. No eliminations yet. Might Chloe Marks be the first one to go? Oh, she's quickly back in. Quinn adamant. Wants to get her the hell out of here. Danny Elliott has Torres in the corner once more. Gotta get your opponent up and over. Both their feet must hit the floor in order for them to be eliminated. No pins, no submissions. Chloe Marks, as I mentioned earlier, in a matchup like this, phenomenal strategy to try to stay out of the way. Recover while your opponents go after each other. GTS, and that's what indeed put Chloe Marks to sleep last episode of Octane. But that veteran instinct propelling Marks out onto the apron. Again, gotta be tossed over the top rope. This is just expert strategy by Chloe Marks. Danny Elliott Trying for an Irish whip. Taryn Torres getting between the two. Sends Elliott out onto the apron. Knee to the face of Chloe Marks. Her nose going to be a mangled mess by the end of this matchup. Oh, Danny Elliott. Oh, Chloe Marks. Chloe Marks is eliminated. Taryn Torres knocks out the Prodigy. And then teaming up with Danny Elliott. Double DDT to Ellie Quinn. Chloe Marks pissed off as she heads back up the ramp, although when is she in a good mood? To be fair. Danny Elliott, Taryn Torres, Ellie Quinn. Who is going Absolution? Who's going to the Queen of the Hill match? Down the Irish with this Quinn, tossing Torres into the corner. Quinn gonna try to get her up and over. Struggling though. Danny Elliott content to just hang back, check out the action. Again though, exactly what you should do in a matchup like this, pardon me. Bide your time, wait for the opening. And that's what Danny Elliott's gonna do here. Ellie Quinn in trouble. Elliott trying to get her the hell out of here. Obviously the biggest threat. Torres fighting her way out of the corner, forearm smash. Having a little bit of trouble at these two. Trying to get at one another. Torres looking to make another elimination. You know, Ellie, you could help her out. Well, I guess Torres, oh, there you go. Ellie Quinn heard me, and the teamwork pays off. Danny Elliott eliminated. And then there were two, Taryn Torres, Ellie Quinn. Who's going to the Queen of the Hill match? Will the dream for Ellie Quinn to headline her third straight ascendance, competing for the Women's World Championship, will it stay alive? Or will it be sent down the drain by Taryn Torres? Quinn gets her into the corner. Again, though, struggling to actually get Torres up and over. She's got her teetering. Just needs to give her one big push, but Torres, man, what has gotten into this gal these last couple weeks? I love it. Fighting tooth and nail. And now Quinn, oh my God, Quinn up on top. She's kicking. She's screaming. She's fighting to stay in the ring. A spine buster attempt. Torres, though, with an elbow to the back of the head. Puts her right back into the corner. Torres, she is not playing around. Able to flip Ellie over. Oh my God! Taryn Torres has done it! Taryn Torres eliminates Ellie Quinn and is going to Absolution. Taryn Torres is her. Holy shit, man, what a couple of weeks for this young gal as she now finds herself in the Queen of the Hill match at Absolution. gotta keep the throat lubricated here. Don't ask for what. Gotta pay a visit to Chris Diamond a little bit later on, but that's beside the point. Co-main event time. Here on Octane number 82. It was last episode of Octane that we saw these two men, and I use the word men very lightly, knock off Aurelius to officially become #1 contenders for the Octane Tag Team Championship, and a date set with the Unholy Alliance in the coming weeks. But tonight they look to pick up even more momentum as if they need it, man, wreaking havoc on the Octane Tag Team division since their return. And that win at Fortune against Amare Rivers and Joseph Santos. But they're out here tonight to settle a score. A couple of weeks ago they took on the Destined, ended in a draw, a double count out. The Destined with a bone to pick, of course. Remember, it was Desolation who, a few weeks ago, took them out and stole their spot in that matchup against Amare Rivers and Joseph Santos. Burros and Vale have not so easily forgotten. Big, meaty men slapping meat here in this matchup. And of course, still to come in our main event up next, Aaron Stone one-on-one with Andrew Briggs ahead of his championship clash with Morgan at Absolution. Burros and Vale certainly held their own against Desolation a couple of weeks ago. Again, ended in a double countout, hoping to get a definitive result here tonight. And you've got to imagine that the Unholy Alliance watching from the Boiler Room or the Bloody Forest, wherever the hell they hang out. I don't think I can sing, man. I can't sing generally, but with the state of my voice. Not even somewhat of a possibility. I can whisper. Burros getting things started against Bludgeon here. From elbows to the midsection. I'll tell you what, were I the Octane Tag Team Champions, I might just relinquish the gold rather than go up against Desolation genuinely. Not any amount of money in the world, not any amount of W you could give me that would convince me to get into the ring with Desolation. And I've been in the ring with Desolation. I was on the same side as them, though. To be on the other side, no thank you. Snap of the arm by Trauma. And headbutts to Burros. Yeah, I only sing to Ralph, man. Desolation, there's just something about the way they operate. Like, they aren't wrestlers. These aren't two wrestlers. These are two just beasts let off their chains. You know how I would describe the offense of Desolation? Like prison yard. Prison yard type offense. And I know a lot about prison, all right? My good friend, of course, Shay Hoxton, was locked up for quite a while. I visited him many times, so I've been there, you know. I know exactly what it's like. Tagged in his Bludgeon now as he goes right for Burros. Takes him off his feet. The hairy back of Vail. Someone get my man's a razor. Pinfall attempt here. Drop kick from Bludgeon. See, sometimes, though, they can surprise you with their athleticism. Bludgeon leaving his feet like that. He looks to get Morros into the corner. Big boy, though, fighting back. Murderous stomps by Morros. Gonna send Bludgeon to the outside. Tries to take a shot at Trauma, and that was a mistake, but doesn't give up. Remains determined. Ted needs to buy a friend. Certainly not my friend anymore. Hanging out with those Amity geeks. No thank you. I've got my best friend, Chris Diamond. That's all I need in the world. Morros lifted up off the floor. Grabbed by the back of the head. Thrown into the ring. Well, tempted to throw him into the ring. Tries again. Not having a whole lot of luck. Just gonna, boom, put him down with some oomph. Count of 8 here. Hopefully this one does not end in a count out again. Looks like it might, though. Morros is down, and I don't think he can back up. That's a 10 count. Well, at least it wasn't a double count out. A win for Death. Wait a minute! The Unholy Alliance with the Octane Tag Team titles. Well, I guess they weren't hanging out in the Bloody Forest tonight. Bloody Justice and Hunter Quinn with a statement that they are not afraid of desolation. They ain't backing down. Very rare to see desolation bested like that. Maybe we shouldn't count out the Unholy Alliance so quickly. Well, indeed, my friends, time it is for our main event of the evening here on Octane number 82. And it was Aaron Stone who last episode of Octane called his shot. Just as I was saying, who in their right mind would willingly step up to the plate to face Morgan? Oh, Aaron Stone did just that. After we saw Morgan dispatch Andrew Briggs, Aaron Stone rushed the ring. Didn't attack Morgan. Simply stared at him, and without uttering a word, it was clear what he wanted. And it has been confirmed. At Absolution, the protein-packed powerhouse will challenge the Ogre Morgan for the CMV Global Championship. But this a bit of an opportunity for Aaron Stone to prove he can hang with the main event talent, with the upper echelon, the cream of the crop, if you will, as he takes on former world champion Andrew Briggs. It is gonna be a hog fight at Absolution, and I cannot wait. No bread, no water, just meat when Aaron Stone and Morgan clash. My body is ready. Aaron Stone, knowing that the pressure is on, though, all eyes on him. Will he buckle under the pressure? Will he freeze under the spotlight? Or will he make the most of this opportunity? The benchmark back in CMV, but his first couple outings Since returning, not really going so well for him. He lost a couple weeks ago to Joe Blade, and then, again, last episode of Octane, defeated by Morgan. Definitely gave the Sheriff of Octane a run for his money, though. The former undisputed world heavyweight champion looking to show perhaps that it should be he, the tried and true, the battle-tested, the man who's been to the top of the mountain before, who should be given the opportunity at Absolution rather than the small fish in a big pond, the unproven Aaron Stone. There we go. Ring the bell, and Aaron Stone comes out swinging. Big old meaty clothesline. Damn near takes the fucking head off of Andrew Briggs. Fights back, though, as the benchmark. Spins him around. Full Nelson slam. Imagine this, man. Aaron Stone, who has yet to hold a championship here in CMV, who had Ascendance 11, competed in that hardcore war, to go from that a year later to potentially walk into Ascendance 12 as global champion. That's the opportunity he has at Absolution. Big running power slam by the protein-packed powerhouse. And Big Daddy delivering some kicks to the gut. Pulls him in for a clothesline. Stone, only a couple minutes into this matchup, but holding his own. And then some against Andrew Briggs here. Quick rake of the eye. Briggs gonna take him down. Crippler crossface cinched in by the benchmark, but out of it quickly is Aaron Stone, and a kick to the gut. Pulls him back for a clothesline. The big beef boy, the sexy daddy, the milkman, out to make a delivery, and Andrew Briggs, his name is on the bottle. Tells him to suck it. I would. Where's my offer? Woo! Big guy! Flying through the air. That's why I love Aaron Stone. Discus punch. Busting Briggs wide open, but that's not enough. Cracking his head off the floor. Briggs with the right hand. He says, get me away from this dude. Back into the ring. Stone on his ass. Irish whip. Ties him up. Nice neck breaker. And a Russian leg sweep. Floats over into the pin. Making sure to hook the leg. That's that veteran instinct. But still a kick out. Not even a 1 count for Andrew Briggs. But back into the crippling crossface. And will Aaron Stone be crippled indeed? If not here tonight, when he's face to face with Morgan at Absolution, the chances are high. Bleeding from the nose is Andrew Briggs after these heavy shots from Aaron Stone. Into the corner, he sends him. Last place you want to be when you're against Andrew Briggs. Tries for a scoop slam. Stone's just too thick. Drop it on him like a sack of stone. No pun intended. Kick to the gut. Briggs off the ropes. Knee to the face, and now Stone has been busted open. Damn, and he's leaking like a faucet immediately. Bleeding profusely from that gash across his forehead. Spiral tap. No, Stone seen it coming. He did his homework. Back suplex. Dropping Briggs on his neck. Stone gonna shake it off. Rallying. Looking to throw a fastball. Boom! On the money. What a right hook. 1, 2. What a kick out by Andrew Briggs. Stone, someone finds it hilarious. Oh! Middle of the ring, Aaron Stone. Nice counter, though, by Andrew Briggs. Whoa, that punch did not connect. Thrown out wildly. Tries for a neck breaker, but Briggs, the veteran, caught with that clothesline. Didn't see that one coming. Picks himself up in the corner, man. He is looking to be in a bad way. And Aaron Stone full steam ahead. Near 300 pounds. Squashing him like a bug. Dragged away from the ropes. Aaron Stone gonna maybe try yet for that submission again. He's got it locked in once more. This doing a lot of damage to the shoulder and the neck. And Briggs taps! Briggs taps! Aaron Stone with a huge victory tonight. And if that didn't prove that he has what it takes to hang amongst the best of the best, then I don't know what else you need. Morgan had best not take this man lightly come Absolution. Thank you, my friends, for tuning in as always. I love you. And the next time I'll see you this weekend for Unmatched. Until then, see ya.